From selling newspapers as a child to support his family, a teacher for schools and universities, to become India's leading space scientist, to finally become the country's 11th president and a world leader. Hi all, this is Anand here and welcome to our channel Peace Connect. So today I'm going to present to you inspiring quotes by one of the greatest personalities of India, Dr. APJ Kalam. So let me give a brief introduction about him. From selling newspapers as a child to support his family, a teacher for schools and universities, to become India's leading space scientist, to finally become the country's 11th president and a world leader. At 70s, he was a youth icon. He was adored by adults and children alike. He was revered by the scientific community and respected by all. Dr. Kalam was known to be one of the greatest visionaries and achievers of the world. He had a deep understanding of the dynamics of goals, dreams, and ambitions. So, today I present to you his 7 highly inspiring quotes. To start with, the first one: dream is not what you see in sleep. Dream is something that doesn't let you sleep. Two things we can understand from this wonderful quote, which I like to explain. The first one is, if our dreams and goals in life do not wake us up from bed, then they are probably not our real dreams and goals in the very first place, which we need to understand. And if still they somehow are, then we have not put habits, processes, and tools in place to ignite us all the time towards those dreams. And the second thing, what I can understand from this quote is, no dreams can come true without actions. It's as simple as that. So, if our thoughts, goals, and ambitions are not aligned with our actions with equal power, then there would not be the desired results. Speaking of actions, let's look into the next powerful quote. If you want to shine like a sun, first burn like a sun. It's quite self-explanatory. Hard work is a must to be successful. If you have a deeper look, you will find more meaning to it than just hard work. It's actually process versus success. It's very important to respect the process that goes behind success. The sweat and blood, the discipline, the perseverance against all the odds, the investment of one's time in gathering knowledge on a particular subject, and the sacrifice of one's pleasurable activities always goes in favor of one's goals. So many people get carried away by the glamour and the look of success. They just want it, but they don't follow the process. Actually, the process is mandatory, a must have, the foundation before we can taste success. It must be enjoyed, worshipped, and managed with tremendous care. So, we come to the third quote, which indicates towards this very process. You cannot change your future, but you can change your habits, and surely your habits will change your future. Wow, one of the most inspirational quotes. The success is a result of daily habits. And I believe APJ Kalam knew it and knew it very well. Take up any goals in your life and the above will apply. As simple as that. If you for example, if you want to lose weight uh, or want to be a successful entrepreneur, you have to break them down to daily tasks, rituals, and stick to them till those rituals become a habit, which will allow you to achieve your goals. Now, this is just interesting. It is not just forming a habit around one area of activity, it has to permeate in almost every area of our lives. So, discipline is the key. Just remember one thing, successful people build habits and maintain them not just for weeks or months, but for years and years. So we come to the fourth quote: increase the amount of time that you have at your disposal. Increase what you can achieve in the time available. And I firmly believe in this quote. This one is laden with nuggets of powerful wisdom. We cannot form winning habits, we cannot stick to the process as explained before, and we can't achieve our dreams unless we manage our time judiciously and efficiently, which is a must. Doing things on time is very important. You got to prioritize the most value added task of your life so that you can get the most out of the time to achieve your goals. Make plans and daily habits around the prioritized task and goals. Basically, you need to execute those plans ruthlessly. Be prepared to spend all of your willpower on this. So, the fifth quote of Dr. APJ Kalam: what is the secret of success? Right decisions. How do you make right decisions? Experience. How do you gain experience? Wrong decisions. Well, decisions are part and parcel of our life. As one of the leading and the most successful scientists, Dr. Kalam lived and breathed the power of experimenting, failing, and learning. So basically, in life, the more experiments that you do, you might face failures also. The more you face failures, you are in a process of learning, and which I believe is really very important. The best way to grow and learn in our lives is to take actions every time. We don't need to stop, we need to take actions. We might fail, but not necessarily every time we might fail. Someday we will achieve success. Underneath the wrong decisions in the quote, this is what the meaning is. Take small actions frequently, fail, and learn from them. More you do that, the closer you get to your destiny or your goal. In fact, in many of his books and speeches, Dr. Kalam encouraged people to overcome the fear of failure, as he knew too well that the road to success was only through failures. And I believe the couple of quotes or the case next to come proves the point. So the other quote is, if you fail, never give up, because fail means first attempt in learning. Yes, everyone faces problems, but complaining does not solve them. Problems are something which are always there. It is like a circle. You face problems, then you get out of it. You face problems and you get out of it. So, blaming other people or factors actually does not solve it. The only way to solve it is to face the problem. And when you do that with courage, application of mind, faith, and positivity, then creative solutions to problems and issues will show themselves up. So, I think nothing better than that. So, the final, one of the most inspiring quotes, the best brains of the nation may be found on the last benches of the classroom. This is a very interesting quote, in fact. We all have been into the schoolings. So I believe the last bencher are the ones who are incurable dreamers. In fact, they are the ones who think differently. They are the ones who dare to imagine and are not bound by their textbooks. In fact, I believe they are like silent rebels who want to go against the flow. They are the ones who may not have understood numbers, but they understood people. So, just because your grades are not good, just because you are not the one who raises your hand for textbook questions asked by your teacher, and just because you're not a first bencher, does not mean you're not intelligent. It does not mean that your application of mind is inferior to anyone else. It does not mean you are less successful than anyone else. In fact, and it is proven that a lot of last benchers may not have been academically great, have turned out to be one of the most creative, the most successful, and had a most balanced life and were really smart. So, uh, it should be absolutely motivating for parents, children, and youths that this quote is coming from a man who was academically so brilliant and was a teacher, scientist, and a statesman at the highest possible level. So, hopefully, we can follow some of these wisdom in our stride and work towards our goal and success. Thank you.